Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Blaster Master on the Wii Virtual Console. It's time for us to finish the game by clearing out Area 8. A very annoying area because there's a lot of these slug monsters in here. And two hallways in particular are very, very dangerous. One is full of little spike pits. And the wall 1 often activates when you're getting ready to jump over the pits. And then that pulls you into the pit. And because you don't have invisibility frames when you touch the spikes, you'll lose health really, really quick. And then another tunnel is just full of enemies. They just spawn really rapidly. And one of them is this skull that creates more of those red slugs. So yeah, way too many little slugs in this area. And remember, they're a problem because your gun shoots over them, your tank gun. So you either have to use the homing missiles, the three-way missiles, or in the one hallway I'll basically be jumping out of the car often and defeating the slugs is Jason. Because it doesn't matter how much damage Jason takes as long as he doesn't die while outside the tank. Because as soon as he jumps back in the tank he gets his energy refilled. So I'll take advantage of that, jump out of the tank, defeat the slug monsters. And better that Jason takes damage than the tank. Sometimes these enemies are nice and they drop a lot of power-ups, sometimes they don't. Hey, we got a frozen bullet there. Interesting. See, this is where there's a lot of pits that like this, where the spikes equal to the ledge where you're trying to line up. And like I said, the wall 1 will often activate and pull you into the spikes. So yeah, this is that really annoying room. Pretty much every time you want to advance really slowly, because every time you advance, usually there's a slug that's going to drop down from above. So I'm just going to avoid this first little thing here. You can crawl across the wall here if you missed that first one. But yeah, then you're going to get stuck here with the second one. I wanted to drop down and hover across, but unfortunately, like I said, the spikes pulled me in. It's like they're like a magnet almost. They just hold your character in. And usually you make these jumps, and as soon as you make a jump, you're ambushed by these slugs. I'm trying to jump into the car without getting that power up, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So you just go slow. Usually as soon as I cross the gap, I'll jump out and defeat the slug with Jason. You can kind of lure the slugs out by inching forward a little bit. Yeah, it's really difficult. Like I said, this is why we wanted to have that little bit of hover before we came in here, mainly for this room right here. But only one more really, really difficult room. Once you get to the bottom of this room, we'll go to the left, and that'll be the final annoying hallway. We got more of these little mines. You can hop out as Jason and defeat them like that. And unfortunately, his gun does not go all the way across. Yeah, the hope is that they might drop a power up while you're out of the car. And you can heal up your car because you want to have a whole bunch of power for this room coming up here. I'm gonna get off the homing missiles and put on the three-way, because it'll help clear this room out. Now, it starts off pretty tame. It just has these fly monsters. But then now, once these skulls monsters start appearing, they start dropping these red slimes. So basically, you're just going to go as fast as you can to avoid get out of the way of those slimes. And the way that the terrain is, there's a lot of like little gaps. So once again, the wall 1 will activate, and yeah, you get pulled down there, and that slows you down because your character is going down instead of just going straight across. So you want to jump a little bit before you hit the edge. And we're almost through. Ah. Yeah, see, it's too bad you can't like disable that wall 1. And then when you get to the last room here, just shoot a little hole here and then climb into it. and just stay like this, and you won't hit any of the spikes, and it's basically free. And what also is kind of free is the final room. It's basically a big square, and there's straight ahead, to the left, and in the corners, to left, right, in the corners, so basically the cardinal directions and all the corners are rooms. All the rooms are empty except for the one straight up from where you enter. But before we go in there, we just want to blow up some of these things, because there's some gun power-ups as well. So we'll fill up our energy, fill up our gun. I'm going to head in here to the final boss room, which is a 2-part boss, but luckily both parts are pretty easy. So first of all, we just want to stay down here at the edge. It's going to shoot these rocks, and luckily we get some slowdown. Slowdown happens when there's too many things on the screen. The game can't really process them, so it's called lag. So the game slows down because it's working too hard. So with all these rocks on the screen and all the bullets that we're shooting, the game is really slowing down. So you can see those rocks, they've gone really, really slow, and you'll notice that once they start disappearing, because they bounce off the screen a certain amount of times, and then they'll fall off the screen. You'll notice how they'll pick up really, really fast and start moving really, really fast when there's less of them, when I'm not shooting. But you want to keep shooting because you can kind of juggle them. They will normally fall down, but if you shoot them, they will bounce back up. And then here's the final boss. Basically, you want to go to the lower right corner, and you want to line yourself up with the block. You want to line yourself vertically up with the block in the lower right. And then if you're right there, this guy won't be able to hit you. If you're too far over to the right, he'll use his whip diagonally, and he'll hit you. But he's right-handed, so if you just stay in that area there, every time he tries to whip you straight down, it'll just pass over your left shoulder. So yeah, final boss, really simple. As long as you're in that little corner there. It doesn't matter where you are vertically, because he always just tries to step above you. But it's easier just to go down that lower right corner, because you can easily line yourself up there horizontally with that tile. And just as long as you're on that tile, you're good to go. And we are good to go back home, and I see we got Fred our frog there. So maybe when we defeated the mutant lord there, the radiation was undone. It was almost like a thinking of Chrono Trigger, where Magus curses the one character and makes him a frog, but if you defeat Magus at the end, the curse is listed and the guy becomes a human again, the frog. So maybe it's like that, like the evil mutant boss had some magic with the radiation that made the frog big. Now that he's defeated, Fred has returned back to normal, and we can return to our normal life. Hope we get to keep the tank though, so. But that is Blaster Master. Like I said, there's a few sequels to it. There's a remake of it, Blaster Master Zero, on more advanced consoles. But I just have this one here, so this will be the only Blaster Master that I'll be playing. But like I said, it's an interesting game. It kind of, like I said, takes a lot of inspiration from Metroid. So, speaking of Metroid, the next game I'll be playing is Kid Icarus, which uses the same engine as Metroid. Also on the Nintendo game. So I guess we're getting kind of a little Metroid block here, a Metroid-like block. So thanks for following along. I appreciate your support, and take care. See you later. Bye.